the way it's been phrased within the Mail on Sunday and the Mail online is just that looking forward to the Queen's Diamond Jubilee celebrations in June. I mean, they are literally saying that if Harry and Meghan come, the media circus around them will distract from the Queen's celebrations. Well, who is driving the media circus around them? Step forward, the Mail online and the Mail on Sunday.
Exactly. And Angela has been saying that Harry says he wants security and he might be in danger. Oh, please, he's narcissistic. So I would like to draw the attention to an article that was in the Mirror in March last year, where under the heading, as Army, let me just read that out again so I get it right. Prince Harry amongst most at-risk royal as Army service makes him top terror target. And the journalists have interviewed a couple of years back somebody from the Taliban who said ever since he joined the army, they've been trying to get him. And then as an Afghan leader, Owari Masrullah, who said it's just Harry's luck that he's been managed to escape so far. And then they've interviewed a former SSL soldier, Bob Kraft, and this was on the 11th of March 2021, who said that Harry is clearly a target for kidnapping, terrorism, and a whole lot of threats, and will need protection for a very long time. But whatever you think he should or shouldn't, and this gets me upset.
Oh, Gertrude.
5 days. He risked his country for 10 years, and the Queen observed us for 70 years, and they can't give them 5 days peace. It's horrendous.
Gertrude, please. I'm sorry you feel so sort of emotional about it, and I can understand why this story might resonate with people, and certainly anybody who's had family difficulties. I'm sure you can feel or empathise with different characters in this story. Gertrude, I'd like to say, I mean, I take all your points, brilliant points, by the way, about how Harry is a target and has been a target for evil. But I'd like to think, anyway, that these are a family that they don't need our tears. They've got enough, whether it's Harry and Meghan, the Sussexes, or the rest of them over here. They've got enough. They don't need our tears as well, Gertrude. Thank you for the call. And I hope you have a better rest of the day.
The relentless media assault on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle represents a deeply troubling narrative of modern journalism, where sensationalism trumps compassion and personal dignity. Despite Harry's decade of military service and Meghan's genuine attempts to navigate the complexities of royal life, the British media has waged a systematic campaign of character assassination that reveals more about the institutional prejudices and toxic power dynamics within the press than about the couple themselves. The calculated attacks, seemingly sanctioned by senior royals like William and Charles, expose a cynical strategy of using media manipulation to control public perception, targeting the Sussexes with a level of scrutiny and hostility that far exceeds journalistic standards. This orchestrated narrative not only undermines the couple's humanitarian efforts, but also reflects a broader systemic issue of media exploitation, where personal narratives are commodified and individuals are reduced to marketable headlines, sacrificing human empathy on the altar of commercial sensationalism. In a passionate outcry that resonates with the deep-seated frustration of many, the caller exposes the media's unforgiving assault on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, highlighting the stark contrast between their selfless service and the public's unrelenting scrutiny. With Harry's decade of military commitment to his country and the Queen's remarkable 70-year dedication to the nation, one would expect a modicum of respect and privacy. Instead, the British media continues to hound the couple, seemingly intent on stripping away their dignity and peace, demonstrating a callous disregard for the sacrifices made by individuals who have genuinely served their country and its people. The caller's emotional breakdown underscores a deeper societal issue: the media's insatiable appetite for sensationalism, which tramples over human compassion and the basic right to peace, particularly for those who have given so much in service to others. Prince Harry's military career stands as a testament to his unwavering commitment to service and national duty, spanning an impressive decade of dedicated military involvement. During his time in the armed forces, he exemplified true courage and sacrifice, serving with the British Army in active combat zones, most notably in Afghanistan, where he flew Apache helicopters and directly engaged in military operations. His service was more than just a familial obligation or royal tradition. It was a genuine calling that saw him risk his life alongside fellow soldiers, experiencing the harsh realities of war and demonstrating remarkable bravery in some of the most challenging military environments. Harry's military journey was characterized by a profound sense of duty, personal sacrifice, and a deep respect for his fellow servicemen and women, ultimately revealing a side of the prince that transcended his royal lineage and showcased his commitment to serving his country with honor and distinction. Queen Elizabeth II's extraordinary 7-decade reign stands as a testament to unwavering dedication and profound commitment to the United Kingdom, embodying a standard of public service that transcended mere duty and became a living symbol of national continuity. Throughout her remarkable journey, Her Majesty earned unprecedented respect and admiration from millions, not just within the British Isles, but across the global community, demonstrating a remarkable capacity to navigate complex historical changes while maintaining the dignity and grace that defined her remarkable reign. Her steadfast presence through tumultuous times, from the post-war reconstruction to the modern digital era, represented more than just monarchical leadership, but a deeply personal commitment to her people, a promise of stability that remained unbroken even as the world around her transformed dramatically. The media's treatment of Prince Harry and Meghan has devolved into a ruthless campaign of constant scrutiny and malicious criticism, systematically stripping away any semblance of personal privacy and dignity. Day after day, tabloids and news outlets launch calculated attacks dissecting every aspect of their lives with a cruelty that goes far beyond journalistic inquiry, transforming their existence into a public spectacle where no personal boundary remains sacred. The relentless barrage of negative coverage seems designed not just to report, but to damage, targeting Meghan's character, undermining Harry's integrity, and creating a hostile narrative that follows the couple like a suffocating cloud, denying them the basic human right of peace and respectful treatment. Despite Harry's decade of military service to the United Kingdom and Meghan's genuine attempts to adapt to a challenging royal environment, the British media appears determined to paint them as perpetual outsiders, weaponizing every statement, gesture, and personal choice into fodder for sensationalist headlines that serve no purpose other than to erode their emotional well-being and public perception. Within the gilded walls of the British monarchy, a toxic undercurrent of familial resentment has fueled a systematic campaign of media persecution against Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Prince William and King Charles, consumed by a potent mixture of jealousy and territorial instinct, have strategically enabled and encouraged the British media's relentless attacks on the Sussex couple. Their motivation is painfully transparent. The global adoration and unprecedented popularity of Harry and Meghan threatened the carefully curated narrative of the traditional royal hierarchy. By tacitly giving the press permission to vilify the Duke and Duchess, William and Charles sought to diminish the Sussexes' international appeal and protect their own positions within the royal ecosystem, revealing a deeply personal and calculated effort to marginalize a branch of the family that dared to challenge the established royal orthodoxy. The caller's profound anguish resonated with a deeply legitimate critique of media misconduct, characterizing their treatment of Prince Harry and Meghan as nothing short of horrendous. The systematic and relentless attacks appeared utterly disproportionate and unjustified, targeting a former military serviceman who had honorably served his country for a decade and a member of the royal family deeply committed to public service. The media's unprecedented aggression seemed calculated and malicious, suggesting an orchestrated campaign designed to undermine and destabilize the couple's personal and public reputation, with seemingly tacit approval from senior royal family members who appeared more invested in controlling narratives than protecting their own. In the relentless storm of media coverage surrounding public figures like Prince Harry and Meghan, we must pause and recognize the profound human toll of constant criticism and invasive reporting. Their experiences underscore a critical need for empathy, reminding us that even those in the public eye are fundamentally human, deserving of respect, privacy and emotional well-being. The narrative surrounding the Sussexes has often forgotten this essential truth, transforming their personal struggles into a spectacle that strips away their humanity and dignity. Understanding and compassion are not signs of weakness, but markers of a mature, empathetic society that values the mental health and individual experiences of all people, regardless of their public status or royal lineage. The Sussexes have cultivated a remarkable global influence that transcends traditional royal boundaries, their ability to connect authentically with international audiences, presenting an unprecedented challenge to the established royal hierarchy. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's unique approach, blending compassionate storytelling, social activism, and personal vulnerability, has resonated with millions worldwide, creating a powerful platform that threatens the carefully controlled narrative of the traditional monarchy. Their strategic media engagements, from high-profile interviews to Netflix documentaries, have effectively bypassed institutional communication channels, allowing them to directly communicate their experiences and perspectives. This global connection not only amplifies their personal brand, but also exposes the internal tensions within the royal family, highlighting the stark contrast between their progressive, inclusive messaging and the more rigid, traditional royal communication strategies. The genuine connection they've established with diverse international audiences represents a form of soft power that the older royal generation struggles to comprehend or counter, ultimately challenging the very foundations of how royal influence has been traditionally constructed and maintained. The persistent media onslaught against Prince Harry and Meghan Markle demands a profound re-evaluation of journalistic ethics and royal communication strategies. The relentless coverage has transcended reasonable reporting instead, becoming a calculated campaign that systematically undermines their dignity and personal boundaries. A compassionate approach is not just desirable, but essential. Recognizing the Sussexes' significant contributions to public service, including Harry's decade of military commitment and their ongoing humanitarian work, while respecting their fundamental right to personal privacy and emotional well-being. The royal family and media institutions must urgently recalibrate their interactions, moving away from sensationalism and towards a more empathetic, nuanced understanding that acknowledges the human beings behind the royal titles.